Where am I looking? Oh, right there. Hey, everybody! What a professional, huh? Hey, it's the Gaming Galleon. I'm Captain Raz. That's the Gaming Galleon. Let me enunciate for you, for God's sakes. I'm Captain Raz, and it's nice to see you today. You may not be very happy to see me, though. Especially if you're having lunch. Okay, because this is hands down one of the grossest shows we've ever put together for you. And it wasn't really, I can't say, we're the producers of this one. This wasn't our brainchild. This is just, life. Life will throw things in front of you, and it's like, all of a sudden you just can't escape it. It just consumes your life. That's what we're talking about today. Just tragic, surprising things that happen that you just have to deal with. And if you don't deal with them correctly, you may end up being the one who turns into a monster. We're also going to be playing Biohazard Battle. Oh, I had the box around here somewhere. What did I do with it? It might show up later. I swear I had it. It's a Biohazard Battle for the Sega Genesis. It's a 2D shooter that I've always been pretty fond of and have actually rehearsed in the hopes of one day playing it on the show, but I never got to the point where I was good enough to be like, okay, yeah, we'll dial in Biohazard Battle. And I gotta be honest, today is no exception. I'm still not very good at Biohazard Battle. But this is a game that I pop into my Genesis quite often. It's relatively cheap, especially when you're talking the genre that it is, which is a horizontal 2D shooter. And it's got a nice style to it because pretty much everything in it is pulsating or slimy or has like wings and claws. It's really gross. We'll also be opening the chest. There is a good deal in here, and then there's a deal I've been like dying to open because I don't know what's inside it. Okay? I love when we have a box for you guys to open up, okay? That I don't know about and you don't know about. We're going to learn together. It doesn't get more exciting than that, okay? And then finally, obviously, yes, of course, we have in the background here the bag that tells no tales, where we will be pulling questions, concerns, or queries from you, our faithful crew, our faithful audience. Or if you prefer, we do have a live chat over here in Twitch, where if you wish to leave a question about the game, about the ship, about life in general, please feel free to leave it, and we will address it right there and then at the end of the program. Okay? So we've got 60 minutes of fun, adventure, and I gotta be honest, some really cringy, gross moments, okay? Starting with this monologue. Now let me tell you why I was inspired to do this show. It's July. And it's July in Indiana, okay? Now, the ship is out where we're gonna be, the ship is out at this outer platform Odysseus, okay? Which is this satellite orbiting this planet called Avalon, filled with all kinds of creepy crawlies. It's our job to get in there and basically be a global Terminix, okay? But in Indiana, where the ship is docked all week, I live like every other normal person in a house, and it being Indiana, it being a soggy summer, I'm not an Indiana native. I've been here maybe 3 years, okay? I had no idea how infested this state is, especially in the summer. I mean, this is what happened. I bought some Krispy Kreme donuts. Now, I have seen ants, I see like rogue ants crawling around the kitchen just all by themselves, I guess doing recon, and I hadn't been able to get Terminix out there. I was like, it's one here or there, no big deal. But I had these Krispy Kremes. If you don't know what those are donuts. Okay, I had like a 6-pack Krispy Kreme donuts for the weekend. I had eaten, about 3 of them. And then I think the following Monday, I came home from work. And I guess these Krispy Kremes were maybe 2 days old. And they were in a cabinet, closed in a cabinet. Okay? I opened the cabinet to these Krispy Kremes, and to my horror, the box is like being completely ambushed by ants. They're inside the box. They're outside the box. They're all over the donuts. I mean, there's something so repulsive about thinking about something you've been eating for the past couple days, and now you see it infested. It's so gross. It's like, when did that start? They weren't on it when I was eating it, were they? And this is what they had done. They're in the cabinet. They go out of the cabinet to the outside of the cabinet, go to the back wall of the house, and then trail the cabinet all the way up to the ceiling. And there's like, where I can't even reach. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. And then they're just in the wall. I'm like, why are they all the way up there? How did they even know they were there? I saw one ant. Now there's like 4 dozen. This is insane. They're going up the wall. They're going down the wall. And so I panic. I'm like, I don't know what to do. All I can think of is, well, I can't get Terminex out here right away, so I gotta act on this. I can't just ignore this. It's too gross. So I go to a hardware store, and I grab these guys. Have you ever seen these things? Like, I'm looking, first of all, it took me forever to find. I went to one of those massive, may as well be like an entire county kind of hardware stores. It took me forever to find these things. But I finally found them. There are these traps. Have you seen these? It's like a little place where you can... I guess they crawl in the sides? I remember buildings like this at Epcot. It looked like... They would go buildings like that at Epcot. Kind of like this 60s, 70s... Like what the 60s and 70s thought the future would look like. But there's like 6 holes here. And then can you see in the middle there's like... those 2 white areas? Do you see the white areas there? Those are apparently like a couple of kinds of food. And the plan is they go in here, they have lunch, and then they carry some of it home in a doggy bag. And then everyone at home has some. And then everybody gets sick. Like it's the fish on the plane, on airplane or something. So I'm like, that's perfect. I just put a few around. They gave me, I don't know, maybe around 9 or something. How are we doing out of time? We gotta go. Jesus. We're already 10 minutes in? Wow. I'll wrap this. So, I mean, they didn't pay attention to the traps. I got so fed up. I think, what did I do? I think I got rid of the Krispy Kremes. I got rid of the Krispy Kremes, and they had nothing to eat, so they went back in. They were just gone. So I'm like, okay, great, now I can breathe. Then, like, 5 days later, when I totally didn't remember him anymore, Pat and Cody came over. Patty the Swallow, First Plate Business, came over to the place, played some video games. Pat finds this birthday cookie cake that I had and has, like, a slice of it. And, he just, like, leaves the knife with some icing in the sink. I come home the next day. It's pandemonium! These ants are everywhere. They're all over the inside of the sink. They're on the edge of the sink. Back up the cabinet again. It's like Grand Central Station. I couldn't believe it. So I went off the rails. And I'd never been this like, I'm not a bloodthirsty guy. Just so you know. Okay? Not every pirate is a 2016 pirate, okay? We're not all totally bloodthirsty. And I'm the king of that, not being bloodthirsty. But I was driven to madness by nature, okay? So I went to a hardware store, and I got Raid. And apparently all Raid does is you just spray it on the ant if you see it, and it dies. So I burst in the house. One lonely, sad man in a house all by himself. He's like, it's party time! And I'm screaming at these ants. They're not paying attention to me. They don't know. And I'm like, who wants a drink? Huh? Are you ready? And I just spray them down. They're dying like nothing. I'm seeing a couple of them like shaking around. I'm laughing at these guys. I'm out of my mind. I'm like, what? You don't like it? You don't like my cooking? Until they were all dead. Every single one of them. And it was Friday that this happened. And I had a weekend off. And I just left them there. I just left them all sitting in this poison. All dead around my kitchen. And I would come in every so often and be like, hey, how's the party? Where is everybody? I'm literally talking to the ants like this. This is how mad I got over this. I eventually got Terminex in. They said it was an outside job. They said these ants were crawling from the ground outside all the way up to this hole in the ceiling to come down and into the Krispy Kremes. They sprayed the outside. I don't know what to tell you. It was maddening. It's maddening when your house gets invaded like this. Okay, and I know I've talked about ants before, but I just feel like it needs to be brought up again. Ants suck! Alright, that's it. I'm done ranting. We've got a lot more to go. Let's play Biohazard Battle. This is a great game because it is like raiding insects. Okay? But they're pretty gross. This was made by Sega in 1992. Pretty basic, paint by numbers shooter. But I want you to pay attention to the music. The bass line for this music. This is the kind of stuff that guys who like old retro gamers who like record background music off of games onto their iPods so they can play in the car. This is the kind of stuff that they look for. Okay? So without further ado, let's get started with Biohazard Battle. We're going to play a little bit. Hopefully I don't get creamed. And then we'll hit the chest in about 10 or so minutes. Okay? Let's get to it. It's Biohazard Battle. Let me strum the old harp of transition for you. Strum away, baby! Don't forget those questions for the mailbag. It's Biohazard Battle for the Sega Genesis. Against a badass audio. And against a video. Let's get into it. No rhyme, no reason, no story. Oh, I'll tell you the story. We're on a platform. But I'm going to give myself a couple more lives. Trust me, I'll need them. It's a live broadcast, so give me a break. This platform you're going to see, that's Orbital platform Odysseus. We're going to be in a organic kind of ship. We're being sent down to Avalon to make it livable. This is, terraforming has never gotten more brutal. And what do we have to open with? Of course, Space Squid. Ahoy! I would love some calamari right now. You know, I've been playing this, rehearsing it. It's very difficult. I'm going to open up with the yellow power-up so you guys get an idea of what it looks like. Because I'm gonna try my best not to use it anymore. It sucks. Okay? This is a one-hit wonder. If I get hit once, I'm down. I got 5 guys. I gave myself a little breathing room to have 5 guys to start. There's only 4 power-ups. Oh man, I screwed up. And if you get 3 of the same color, then you've maxed the power-up. Now look at these flies. Aren't they gross? Oh, look at them! I'm so sick. Alright, let's get some serious firepower here. Let's clean these guys up. I love these flies! Oh, look at them! Ah! So yeah, this game is very difficult. It's very difficult. We're just getting started, okay? We're a minute in. So sure, it's easy, but trust me, I'm gonna start getting killed. I've been practicing all the time, and the way I've been practicing, how about the music, huh? Stage 1 clear. How are we doing on time? 15 minutes into Voyage. We got another 5 minutes with Biohazard. Alright, we're gonna stick with red. I think that's gonna be the right move. There are these rail cannons that are coming up. that are absolute nightmares. And I'm never sure if I should take the red power-up or the blue power-up for him. I'm gonna try red. But yeah, I've been rocking this game on the Sega Nomad when I wasn't at home. I've been playing on the old Sega Genesis. And I've been playing this game for years, even before the Galleon. I picked it up for $5 with the case at a retro gaming store at a time where it was like, you know, if I could find a cheap shooter, and to this day I'm still like that, if I can find a cheap shooter on the Sega Genesis, I'm in, baby. Oh, God! You see how rough those guys? I'm gonna go under because I know there's a free guy down here. Yeah, I got it. Oh, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, sir. Okay. Whew. And, you know, I've gotten a number of shooters that way, kind of on the cheap. But Biohazard Battle, to me, just has it all. You know, the graphics, while they're not that impressive, they're all the monsters are really gross. You know, this was certainly in the height of make it gross, the kids will buy it. And you know, it's the controls are spot on, very basic. Power-up system's really basic. But the star here, you know, hands down, it's got to be that music. I don't think any game's ever laid on the bass like Biohazard Battle. And I don't remember what the Japanese version of this is called, but I remember it's like 3 words and the first word is crying. Take that for what it's worth. Alright, let's see if I can make it through stage 3. God, I gotta tell you, this is a lot easier than playing on a Nomad. I'll tell you what, I don't know why. I've been rehearsing this for days. On the Nomad, whenever I got a break or something. And something about playing on a small screen, you know, but basically this is a sign you're getting old, Riz. Oh, I got a free guy there. Doing pretty hot. We got 5 lives to work with. Every time I get about 10-15 minutes into a handheld game, I love handheld games. Some people are like, I don't like handhelds. They're too small. My fingers are too big. You know, I think that's a failing on my part, not on the hardware. But my problem isn't my hands. It seems to be like whenever I start playing on a Game Boy or a Sega Nomad or an Atari Lynx, I get about 5 minutes into the game, somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes, and I am ready to fall asleep. And it's not because the game is boring. I mean, how could this be boring? You're in the middle of a jungle. I can smell the raid now. Oh god, give me that. Whew. I didn't even know I bothered. My red is maxed. Now, I'm going to try and hold on to the red. And I think if we can reach stage 4, then I'm going to go with the blue power-up. Which is kind of a screen clear kind of power-up. It's a multi-directional, whereas this is kind of a range. Oh my god, Neil. I looked at this away from the screen for 1 second to check where my mouth was in relation to the old mic. That almost spelled doom. Is he dead? Look at this thing. This thing's awesome. Okay. And that's my favorite thing about 2D shooters is when you come across these just big monsters that are all by themselves. They're not exactly mini bosses, but they're not just these piddly, you know, swarms. They're just big enough to take up the screen themselves, but not big enough where they would be considered a halfway boss. I love those. Looking pretty hot. I almost want to pick up that blue power up, but we're gonna stick with red. If I manage to die, the red laser I'm using is gonna downgrade to level 2. It's maxed at level 3 right now. This guy sucks. This crabby guy. I hate him. He's kind of a widowmaker for me. Ah! Ah! Whoa. 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 Oh man. You should see the drip or the sweat dripping off my face right now. Not only from the intensity, but, you know, the middle of a wooden ship. You know, I mean, even in the dead cold of space, because right now the ship is actually attached to outer platform Odysseus, and we've sent this drone out that we're controlling remotely. But even in the dead of space, the heat of the wood, you know, it's just insulating everything, and you know, we don't have we don't have central air in this baby, okay? We've got a space air conditioner that we turn off during the show so that you don't hear this clunker going, you know, during the voyage. What that means is you got one fat, sweaty pirate who's yelling for an hour as a result. Alright, I feel like I feel like we're close to a boss here. All these creepy... I got another free guy. Man, I'm doing okay. Now this guy's gonna get me. This guy's gonna get me, but he's not gonna count us out. And once we get him down, we'll hit up that booty. Who's up for some booty, baby? I know I am. Did I mention I can charge shot? Let's give it a shot. Oh, give me that power up. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't pick it up. Oh! People are like, you're not attacking that right. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm gonna charge shot him again. In the face! Ugh. I don't want that green one, it sucks. Oh, I picked it up. Alright. Well, not bad. We got 5 guys going into the 4th stage. I'm gonna pause her here. How about that bass line, huh? Kicking it or what? You ready to pull that up on iTunes? Is that correct? Is that what happens? People pull things up on iTunes? I don't know. I'm so out of touch. Alright, we're losing audio. Losing video. Whew. Let me tell you one thing here. You see this vine back here? There's a whole part of the story. Terminix comes out to take care of the ants. They're spraying the house, right? And they see this vine along the back of the house. And he's like, well, I can't touch the... And on the plant, he's like, well, they're using that to travel. And he can see ants. You can see ants literally traveling along this vine. He's like, I can't do anything about it. I'm like, well, why not? And he's like, well, it's in a potted plant. And I said, no, it's not. There's a pot here, and the vine is going in and out of it. That's coming from the ground. It's like, no, can't do it. You know, that's policy. I'm like, well, what do I do? And I'm like, well, I don't know. You're going to want to pull it off there, but you're also going to want to check that leaf. And he points at this leaf. And it's one of the leaves on this vine here. And this leaf had this bright green goo on it. The whole top side of the leaf. And I'm like, well, what is it? And he's like, I don't know, but you're going to want to open it up. I'm looking at him like, what? He's like, yeah. I don't know what's in there, but you're going to want to know what that is. I'm like, I'm not going to do... Like, I'm thinking... I'm like, oh, okay. But in my mind, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not going to open that. What are you, crazy? It wasn't until I realized, well, we're going to do this show. Maybe we should bring the vine and open it up on the voyage, see what really is in it. I tear this thing down in the middle of the night tonight before going to work, maybe around 7 hours ago, 9, 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago. And it's gone. Me and Biz have looked for that goo. Now, either it hatched a week ago when Terminix came through, or, I don't know. Biz is like, well, it's probably in the backyard now. And I'm like, oh, great. That's great. So who knows what that is? If you know what that... It was like a creepy, like, alien cocoon thing. Didn't even look like a cocoon. It looked like someone had just slimed the... It looked like a lump that had been slimed. Spackled onto a leaf. Okay, enough of that. We got 25 minutes left on the show. Let's get into this, baby. 35 minutes. We got a good deal in here, and then we got a big mystery. Okay? Let's start with the deal. This is a pawn shop situation. I found some cool games on the floor, and then I think I prodded this guy to... No, well, yeah, I think I basically just found these on the floor, and then worked out a deal with them, okay? I think they were asking... I got a receipt here. Way to prep yourself, Riz. Okay. Most places in town, they're going to be asking retail $5 on Xbox 360 and PS3 games. Usually you can talk them down from that, but that's what all the signs say, okay? So I looked at this. I found some good stuff on the floor. Decided to bring it up there and then see what they would do, okay? So here we go. Let's start with the Wii games. You got Pirate Blast. How do you say no? Made by Zoo. This is a from what I don't remember ever seeing Zoo before Wii. And I think they might have made Space Camp, but don't quote me. But this looks like this is a rail shooter with cartoony pirates. It's very hard to screw that up, in my opinion. Wii light gun games are awesome. You got pirates here, so I was going to bring it up, see if I could get the guy talked down a little bit on this one. Haven't played it. Looks like it's 2D split screen. Looks pretty good. Oh, well, it doesn't look pretty good. But it's pirates! What do you want from me? It's pirates. Come on. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Why, Raz? I think we may even have a copy of this. No one would want to play Mortal Kombat on the Wii. They tried to incorporate motion controls into these fighting games, like Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3. They did that. This, too, it kind of ruins it. For whatever reason, this guy's kind of in demand. Not really anymore, but I have a feeling, I don't know. It's also got more MK Kart. What's it called? Mortal Kart? It's a mini game where it's basically Mario Kart with MK characters. I'll put it this way: don't ever worry about this game on any system. Buy Mortal Kombat Deception. Okay? Don't ever worry about this on any system. I don't even know why I bought it. Okay, and finally we got Dead Rising. Chop till you drop. One guy in a mall with a bunch of zombies and a mall's inventory worth of tools to protect himself with. I don't know why. I don't know what the extra content was on this one. Let me say, because this was originally an Xbox 360 exclusive. This never made it to the PlayStation 3. Somehow it made it to the Wii. It's kind of a different name here. Chop Till You Drop makes me think there's additional content, but I'm not seeing anything here, nor am I getting any cues from the box art. So you have to forgive me for being uninformed. I grabbed it just because it sounds fun, and I mean, even how hard can it be hard to screw this up, in my opinion. So I don't know. It's a good violent game in the Wii. I was looking for it. I think we have it on the 360 already. Probably the way to go. Deadpool, Xbox 360. Grabbed this because this still is in demand. I think it's mainly for the movie. But this game's always been able to hold a little more value than most of your run-of-the-mill 360 games. I saw this one and I was like, okay, well, I'll probably be able to get some free games out of the deal if I sell this guy. That's probably the plan here. We'll probably get somewhere around $12 for this guy, which will at least pay for a few of these games. Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. This was $1. PS2 games pretty much everywhere are $1 these days, if they're more. Damn it. That's not Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. That's Rebel Raiders. I really kind of wanted the Tokyo game, actually. Alright, that was $1. Here we go. Here's one you'd be shocked by the fact that this one's still in demand. Dead or Alive Extreme 2. Something about this series on the PSP and 360. These games are still going for money. I grabbed it mainly for that reason. And also, hey, look, I'm a modern guy. I don't know what to tell you. Even I can appreciate some silicone boobs. So, I went for it. Is this going to get a lot of play? I doubt it. Is it going to get a voyage? It might. I mean, I know there's gambling in it. It's possible. Who knows? PS3 land, we find Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls. Never saw the show. I actually even remember Game Informer being really excited about this one. And for some reason, I was taken away with that excitement. I really don't know what this is like, but if you are just running around the wilderness trying to survive, it might be worth... Again, this kind of has voyage potential, in my opinion. I don't know. Batman 3, Beyond Gotham. Why did I get this? I don't ever see this one. That might just be... I don't know. I may see it all over the place in a week from now. Who knows? But I just never see it. I'd never even heard of it. Beyond Gotham, it looks like you got, all kinds of superheroes here aside from Batman. Are they called the Justice League? Yeah, Justice League looks like they're here, and the Legion of Doom. So, whatever. I grabbed it. I'll save this. This is the case for Biohazard Battle. We'll look at that when we go back. We have not a game, but something that I was interested in grabbing in the DVD section. Pretty much every DVD section in the city is $1. If you find a box set of a season, sometimes you can be sneaky and throw that in. If they're savvy, they may try and ding you for a few more dollars. In this case, we were able to get an entire season of American Horror Story, Season 3, otherwise known as Coven, for $1. I love this series. I'm very scared of horror games. It's been not since PS1 since I played a horror game. I don't watch horror movies, but something about American Horror Story, a series that basically reinvents itself every season and is heavily inspired by American ghost stories and old wives' tales. Something about this series has grabbed me in the past couple of years. So this being one season is all one story. So this is like the whole. Does that make sense? As I said, this series reinvents itself every season. So this is the entire story of this particular season. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sorry. Anyway, I wanted it. Okay. All right. So and then finally, he had a couple controllers. We have a third-party Sega Genesis controller, which, man, I probably should be using right now. Why did I get this? We have plenty of original Sega Genesis controllers, 3-button and 6-button, but I don't know. Is it me? Or does this cord just look really, really long? Sorry, I'm hitting the boom there. Boom in the shot. Boom in the hat. That just looks really long to me. Extremely long to me. So, I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. We haven't tried it. I thought I'd go for it. And he had it for $2. And then very nice looking NES controller. I won't bore you with getting into it, but I took a look at it. Buttons are good. What have you? So, I said, can you hook a brother up on these? For somebody who's just walking in there and not a negotiator, we're looking at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, $44. He gave it to us for... I lost the receipt. No, it's right here. What do you do on those controllers? Right. He gave us everything $2 each. So that's, and then the DVD. So we came out to like $22 after tax. $22 after tax for this. Okay, It's okay. Um, we'll sell Deadpool and we'll get you know, everything here for around $5-6. That's okay. That's okay. All right, now the deal I'm really excited about. We got 25 minutes, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. Okay, so I walk into this thrift store, and you always check the board game area. I'm always very excited to check the board game, not necessarily for board games, but for Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I love Dungeons and Dragons, and sometimes you get lucky. And this time we got lucky. We found a box, and the box has tape all over it. Okay, and it's very heavy. So it leads me to believe that there may be something more in there than just what's supposed to be in there. Now let's see what's supposed to be in there. This is the Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 starter kit, okay? Player's kit. So you can already tell there were some dice that are supposed to be in there, multicolor. You can tell what we paid for this, which is $5.45. I think even if we have a complete set of dice here, we've already got a good deal here. But this is extremely heavy. You hear stuff rattling around in there, so I'm pretty sure there's dice. But it's heavy, and it also says on the back that it's got a hardcover player's handbook. So that very well may be where the weight comes from this, but I've held a lot of these. I don't want to sneeze on you. Excuse me. Oh, my Lord. Sorry. I shouldn't have shook it that much, huh? I don't know. We'll take a look, shall we? Let's see what's in it. Even if it's just what's supposed to be in there, I think it'll be fascinating to see what these starter kits have. And, I mean, who's going to argue that this wasn't a good deal for $5.50, right? All right, what do we got? Looks like we got some, to start, we have some of these guys. Looks like you got, this is for miniatures. You know, it's like a dungeon. You put these on the table, and then your figures explore room to room. Dungeon Master does that stuff. Okay. Now, I don't know if that's usually in this. I would think it's not. But who knows? I don't know. Let's take a look. Okay, getting past that stuff. What is this? Yeah, more just board game stuff. Stuff for the grid. What is this? I've never seen these before. They look like they look like pamphlets, like airline pamphlets. But no, I think that these are mini adventures. They said a D20 system. You got the Last Gods. Let me open one of these up. Yeah, there's like table layouts here. Story. This is definitely what a DM's supposed to be looking at if he wants to put an adventure together. So you've got and it also says requires the use of the Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook, 3rd edition, published by the Wizards of the Coast. And it says it's also a D20 system. I'm pretty sure Die Hard. I'm hitting that boom again today. Die-hard D&D fans will be rolling their eyes at D20 system. I think. Don't quote me. We also have... These are cool, though. The Murder at 7 Points. Gotta love that artwork. You got The Illusionist's Daughter. Good morning. Hey, sweetheart. How would you like to go to Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball Island with me? Out of Body, Out of Mind. What are those? Demons? Alright. And then finally, oh, this might be my favorite. Kushan's Garden. Only because, you know, what's in there? What lies beyond? You know? That's always the most exciting. It looked like he got these for about $1 each. So, no big shakes there. Okay, then well, not finally. I'm not seeing the player's handbook. I'm not seeing the player's handbook, but what I am seeing could be argued is cooler. Could be argued. You got a pamphlet here. It's the player's kit solo adventure. You've got a couple character sheets here. Yada yada. You've got some tiles, smaller tiles that go with the grid. And then the majority here, though, is a whole host of minis. Let's take a look at some of these, huh? You got like a lizard man here. There's no reason to do autofocus. Well, maybe there is. You got a skeleton. Skeletons in here. Here's an adventurer. Looks like some sort of elf maiden with a cool shield. It's pretty cool. I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 of these minis. 19, 20. 20 minis. 20 of these minis. What is this, like a bear? Bear with a sword? Yeah, about 20 minis here. Orc Warrior. These were made in 2004. And then there's a whole bunch of these, which who cares? I think these are also to play Dungeons and Dragons. These are for the DM. He can put, there's 3 trolls or orcs on the board. So the exciting thing here is really these minis. These are awesome. You got a grizzly bear here. I think this is probably it says what they are. That's nice. Black bear. I like that they say what they are. Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then finally, just a die. Big fat die. We picked up a big bag of dice a number of voyages back, so I'll pop this 8-sider in there. $5.50? What do you think? I think that was a pretty decent deal. The minis are pretty awesome. I may donate these to my... I don't know what I'm going to do with them. These are really hard to give up. My first inclination is give them to a friend. Give them to my DM group, but Dungeons & Dragons group, but I don't know. This guy's got like full plate mail. It's pretty cool. Alright, that's it. Let's get back to Biohazard Battle. We got 15 minutes. So let me just say, this is stage 4. Okay? I don't know how many stages are in this game. Most of these old shooters have maybe somewhere between 6 and 8 levels. I don't think I've ever passed stage 4. And that's for 2 reasons. One is I'm not that good. And the other reason is I have been playing this, practicing on the old Sega Nomad. And every time I get like halfway through the 3rd level, I'm ready to fall asleep. And I shut it off. What a wussy, huh? Alright, so let's get back to it. If you're keeping score, that was around $22 for all the games and the controllers. Additional $5.50 for the Dungeons and Dragons lot. Okay, let's get back to it. It's here. Biohazard Battle. It's Biohazard Battle. You got a ship. That worm we're seeing there is what we just destroyed before we came back. It's Biohazard Battle for the Sega Genesis. Alright, here we go. Bring on the bass, baby. Okay. Again, we got 5 lives. Stage 4. Never beat it. And I'll tell you right now, we need to get the blue power up. Let's do it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give me blue. Give me blue. Alright. Now I gotta keep it. Oh my god! Oh, Neil. Oh. Wow, that's not good. Come on. I was not supposed to die there. That's not where you die. These things, I need charge shots. You notice I don't use the charge shot a lot. I think it's slow. This game, I'll take the green while I can. I think the green sucks. But this game will not give you a lot of time to breathe. I'll take the red. Look at this. Oh, so grody. Seriously, again, I'm sorry for eating. Alright, I'm gonna go down. And I'm gonna get that blue. Oh, I didn't get it! Oh! Where am I? Last life. Ugh. Wow, what a drag. Alright, we're gonna go again. We're gonna go again. These other ships, by the way, they have different speeds, and they also have different power-ups. Let's try this guy, because this guy's actually got a pretty interesting red power-up. And he's also faster. I don't know that that's going to help me. If he fails, we're going to go back to my main boy. But, yeah, they have totally different power-up loadouts. Which, you know, certainly adds a level of replayability, but these games are so stringent in what you need to do that not really, you know. It's more like, what can you do? What's going to be the most effective? And this is, you know, this is pretty effective. Frankly, this might be more effective than the blue one. But the blue one really didn't get a shot. So if we screw up, we're going to go back to my other ship. And we'll let him have another shot. So I don't think he got a fair shake. I think I screwed up pretty bad there off the top. Did I oversell the music? I don't think so. What do you think? I think it's awesome. And I'm talking like the whole game. From when you turn on the frickin' Genesis, it's laying it on thick. That bass and that bongo. Oh, jeez. This is chaotic. Okay, I'm going down. I'm gonna stay down. I think it's the way to go. Protect me, red rings. Whoa, whoa, I almost got hit by that. I don't want to hit those. Oh, that was probably a mistake. Alright, that's fine. This thing really provides a lot of defense. Oh my god, I forgot about this thing. It's been a long time since I've been this far deep in the cavern. I've been falling asleep. We're doing okay. I mean, another thing is, I really think the practice may have paid off. Man, if we can defeat the 4th level, I'll be really pleased. I don't even remember what it is, frankly, what the boss is for this one. Oh yeah, okay, here it is. This guy's tough. And you know what happened there? Oh, I got a free life there. You wanna know what happened there? I took my hand off the D-pad just for a second to wipe the ever accumulating sweat from my brow. Now it's just dripping down me. It's a hot box in this cavern. It's unrelenting. Oh, there was a free guy. Did you see that? Ah! 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 Okay. 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 Alright, what is... This has got to be the boss. I think he's some sort of goo monster. What do we got? I can't even look at him because I'm too busy watching my ship as I try and navigate these red dots. So I'm only hoping that I'm somewhat hitting him. It's really it's really a battle of attrition. Neil, come on, Raz. Don't get overwhelmed. Ugh, 2 more lives. You'll notice my weapon's very weak now. I got a free life. Again, I'm not even watching him. Battle of attrition. Who can navigate this longer? That's red. Oh! Couldn't reach that power up. Oh my god, I knocked his head off. Tell him to stop calling us. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I get in the moment. Let's wrap it there. That's it. That's it. The big baddie got us. We took out a lot of his pals. But that's all she wrote, my friends. Sorry. Alright. That's it. Okay. Well, that's Biohazard Battle. Let's see. Let's take one more look at the... This box is elusive, huh? Here it is. Let's take a look at this box one more time. Biohazard Battle. It's a shooter that really you never hear about on the Sega Genesis. Every day it's always about Sega or Ares or you know, the Thunder Force series. For whatever reason, this little guy never gets its just desserts on the Sega Genesis. It's also 2-player, so you can play it with your friends and get grossed out together. All right. Let's see if there's any, I see that there's, over here in the mess hall, we have some, a gaggle of crew members over here. Let's see if you have any questions for us. If not, we'll hit the old bag that tells no tales, pull one from there. Okay, we got about 5 minutes. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm looking for questions here. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going up to the beginning. Let's see. We got one guy says answer seriously the worst. That's from Fable. Thank you, Fable. One girl, I should say. I agree with you. Oh, here's a big question. Here's a big one. Let's go for it, okay? This is from Ricky Candy 111. How you doing, Ricky? He writes, Cap and Raz, you're shipwrecked on an island with one 8-bit game, one 16-bit game, and the means to play both. Okay. As you peer into your booty chest, I love As you peer into your booty chest, they are. Okay, the 8-bit game would have to be Ultima, Quest for the Avatar, for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I've got Ultima 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System and for the Sega Master System. The Sega Master System is more faithful to the original, but the Nintendo one is that perfect blend for me between the deepness and flexibility of a PC game and the approachability and attractiveness of a Nintendo game. I think Ultima 4 Quest for the Avatar is the best RPG on the Nintendo, hands down. It wasn't the first one I played. It's not the last one I've played, but it's one that I can always go back to and have fun. So yeah, that's definitely my 8-bit game, Ultima 4 Quest for the Avatar. As for a 16-bit game, we got to go action here because we're going RPG with the 8-bit. It's got to be something that's got a couple of different modes so that you can play it quick, but then it's got to have some modes that are a little more meaty. I'm looking at mini games. I almost want to say 16-bit, so let me think about Genesis also. I'm thinking of something with a lot of variety, so I can kind of cheat. I'm not going to go compilation on you. I won't be like that. But what comes to mind is Legend of the Mystical Ninja for the Super Nintendo, which is basically kind of a brawler, almost like River City Ransom or Final Fight, except that it's an RPG that also has some 2D elements. But the best part about it is it's got stores. And if you go in the stores, there's activities and mini games. And there's even one store that's a video arcade where you can play Little Gradius. And man, do I love a good 2D shooter. You know, you didn't mention handheld 16-bit games. I carry Pokemon around a lot these days, but I don't think I'm going to go that way. No, if I'm going to pick an RPG, it's going to be Swords and Serpents, definitely. So Quest of the Avatar. I want to put Turtles 4 in there. You know, you've got the arcade edition, but then you've also got the Time Attack, which is really fun. But I'd probably go... I want to make sure I have some space shooter in my life. Okay, that's it. That's really what it comes down to. I need a little bit of space shooter. It'd probably be a Mystical Ninja, only for that reason, is that I would have a world to explore, and I would still be able to do a little bit of gambling. That's always important, and do a little bit of arcade space shooting. So, surprisingly enough, Legend of the Mystical Ninja for the Super Nintendo. So that's it. We just hit under time. That's what I want to see. We got some people in the mess hall. I want you to sing at home with me. Okay? We'll see you next time. Who knows where? Who knows when? But I'll tell you one thing. We're going to go there together. So until then, well and adieu to ye Spanish maidens. Well and adieu, ye ladies of Spain. For we received orders for to sail to Odysseus, and we may never see ye fair ladies again. Raid kills bugs dead. Keep your powder dry, matey.